everybody. I hope you're having a great day. Happy birthday, Sandy. So it's with uh, the days going by, and as we get older, I think we learn more the value of life and the importance of life. And um, in my case, as I start getting in my older years, I realize just how important God's love is to me and how important having him in my life is, and you know we all have struggles in life, and with God it just uh, makes it easier to get through, because even though the challenges may be rough and they get harder as we go, we realize more and more how God helps us get through them, and how God supports us and helps us to meet these challenges head on. uh, I know myself, I've learned as I've gotten older that it may be tough sometimes, but it's always tougher for somebody else. And the tougher it is for us, to me anyway, it's the more I'm letting the devil in, making it tough on me. And sometimes I get exhausted, and that's going to happen. Um, but I imagine if I didn't have God here helping me through things, keeping me organized. Sometimes I don't get organized so well when I stop calling on God, but then when I call Him again, and need to knowing I need to call on Him all the time, things get lined out, they get more organized, and things aren't as tough. You know, it's always challenging when we don't keep God up front in our life, because every time we turn away from God, not necessarily forget Him, but just don't call on Him as often, don't talk to Him, don't pray to Him as often, uh, the devil takes that and runs with it. He uh, just works his way in there and starts working on your mind. And don't think for a half a minute he don't know where to work on your mind at, because he knows our vulnerable spots, our weaknesses, our fears, and he preys on them. He knows our temptations and our faults, and he preys on them. He knows that if he can just get that little foothold, maybe he can keep you from turning back to God. And when we're not keeping as close a relationship with God as we maybe need to or want to, we're giving our relationship with the devil a chance to grow in a negative way. And I don't, um, I don't need any help with the devil attacking me, but he does it all the time. Where I need my help is praising God, because I don't want the devil to be successful in his attempts to attack me, or his outright vicious attacks. Uh, and the thing that's going to protect me from them is staying close to God and keeping my relationship with God, excuse me, up front and on hand, just right there. Talking to God throughout the day and for praying to Him throughout the day are really important to me, because the more of a communication I feel I need to do on my end, the more it's in my mind to keep my relationship with God going. And I don't ever want to lose that. God is so glorious, and I know that sometimes are so filled with so many things that require attention that letting them take me away from God is just not an option. And when they start to, I do my best to quickly get back around to where I don't let them. And it seems the more I call on God, the more I rely on God, um, the stronger my mind gets to fight off the devil. The stronger my mind gets to be able to handle what comes at me. And that's not my doing, that's God's doing. That's when I call on him being there, him fighting my battles, him helping me through what I need to be through. I'm not saying that it isn't tough sometimes, and I'm not saying I don't get wore out or tired or discouraged at times. But during them times, that's when I realized I just need a rest. I need a break and just talk to God, pray to God, whatever I need to do to stay close to God. And, when my body gets tired and wore out, I need to just rest. Whether it's just sitting back, relaxing in my chair, or whether it's just getting up, going to bed, and just letting my mind shut down for the night. The only way I'm able to relax and let my mind just kind of go is if I got God close to me. Because if I don't have God in my heart and I don't praise God and talk to Him and ask Him for help getting through this, the devil gets in there and starts wheedling away and doesn't allow me to uh, just rest and relax. He just keeps it going and going. And eventually I'll realize, wait a minute, I drifted away. Let's get back to God. Let's let's not lose the ability to be one of God's children by becoming the devil's victim. And uh, when we get a lot heaped on our plate and a lot on our mind, it's easy to forget to praise God. It's easy to forget to pray to God or talk to Him or, ask Him to please come help you, to please give you some rest, to please take the worry out of your mind or whatever. And the only way we're going to do that is if we keep Him close all the time. You can call it whatever you want as far as whether it's something you do on a daily basis or whether it's something you develop a habit. I personally keep my uh, relationship with God as strong as I can. And if you do that, no matter what you call it, if you do that, you'll see that harder things get a little easier and uh, he will help you. He will get you through things. He'll give you the rest you need. He'll support you and fight off your battles. And when it comes to the devil, seeing you're vulnerable or you're weak at the moment because you have so much on you, you can't focus on much of anything else. If you just take that time to say, God, please help me through this. Please keep me from fighting the devil. Please fight my battles. Please keep me safe from the devil. Keep the devil out of my life and out of my house. However it works for you, however you ask God for that help to fight your battle against the devil. It will give you a calm if you earnestly want God's help, if you earnestly love God, it will give you a calm. It will give you the strength and courage to move on without the devil pushing him behind you and away from you. God will do that for you. He he can do anything. How could there be anything we would love more than somebody that does something for us all the time, every moment of the day? He's always got his hand on us, keeping us warm and safe and comfortable. As long as we ask him, he'll be there. How could we love anything more than that? That's like in this household, there's just Sandy and I, and we both know that God is the number one. And, he comes before anything. It's always number one. We don't tell each other that we're number one or they're number one in our life. We both know God is our number one. And without him, sometimes things are piled so high, how would I get through it? The only way I know is to call on God. And I think the devil heaps more and more on all the time to cause a distraction, to keep your mind occupied, or mine anyway, and keep it too busy to stop and pray to God, or thank God, or praise God in any way. And that's when I need most to call on God and ask Him to help keep that devil out of my life and out of my way, because I want to move forward and not be stuck or go backwards. So, anyway, I've rambled on for a minute, but y'all, excuse me, don't forget to praise God and thank Him for everything He does in your life, you know. And even when things are getting piled on heavier and heavier, just remember, take time to call on God for help so that things don't pile up where it gets too stressful or you get so exhausted that you just can't stand it. I know that's a weakness I have sometimes, but doing that, it just lets the devil in. So, anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Happy birthday, Sandy. We'll talk to you all later. Have a great day. Goodbye.